Hi guys, it's Shami. I hope that you're doing okay. I created this page. It was a really hard page to create, to be perfectly honest. I am definitely have a heavy heart right now, with all the tragedies that are going on, basically, and just basically it's just heartbreaking, and I feel definitely the weight of that. So art is a way for me to process my feelings. So I'm going to start out on this page just making scribbles. It's a technique that I learned from Alyssa Burke, who's a wonderful artist, and she talks about releasing emotions through scribbling. So I'm going to scribble, I'm going to write down words and kind of just pour out my feelings and my emotions on this page, because that's all that I can think to do, to get through this. Because, as I said, my heart is just breaking right now, because of just everything that's happening, and it's been a rough couple days, I think, for all of us, and just this call, to see that God made us all, and that we are called to love each other, and all of us have dignity and value. And just, I have been shocked, by the stories that I've heard, surrounding this experience of racism, of prejudice, of bias, that we're exposed to, and that we have created, you know and that we continue to perpetuate. So I just, it hit me really strong. So I turned to what I always turn to prayer, and then, to God, because it's amazing. I do morning prayer every day, and it talked last night. We did it, me and my mom, and it talked about how our spirit can just make groans that only God can understand, and I feel that way. That was probably very badly interpreted, or, but I feel like that. I feel like only God can fix this situation, because it's so dark and it's so heavy. But then there's hope, and I've seen so many people use their platforms to speak out, and that's unbelievably amazing, and it makes us brown people not feel so alone. It makes us people that sometimes feel unseen, not important. Um, it makes it better to know that we don't stand alone. So this page is actually inspired by a song by, it's called Bleed the Same Way, and it's by Mazika, and it's also by Toby Mac, and it's a beautiful song, and I encourage you to listen to it. I will link it below, but it just talks about, how there's another headline, there's another innocent life taken in the name of hatred, and in the end, we all bleed the same way. We're all God's children, and we should fight, and we should stand together for a better world, for something that truly is better for our children, because it's scary. And I talk a lot about my anxiety, and one of the anxieties that I have is for my nephews, because they're two beautiful brown boys, and I have to stop myself sometimes, and just pray, or sometimes I even break down because I get so afraid that someone's going to hurt them, because of their brown skin that God gave them. I don't know how that can be wrong. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I definitely feel fear for them, you know so much of the time, and it's so hard sometimes, and for my other cousins too, and just being a black woman, so I think that this is real, that it's happening, and that we need to speak out and stand out and support causes, and people that that want to make a change. And I know that there's good people out there, that that are standing with us, and I'm so grateful for you. And if you feel confused and you don't know what to say, and you're in pain and you're suffering, because all of us are, please know that you're not alone. And that it's okay not to know what to say or what to think, but that we must fight to be better and to do better, you know, for all of our children and for this world that God has blessed us with, that He's given us. So I'm gonna let you finish watching the process. I pretty much have talked through the entire video, but this was a really good page. It was very cathartic, to let these words echo in my head, and it helped a little bit with my heartbreak, and there's so much heartbreak, and I encourage you to speak to the people in your life that don't look like you. Ask them what their experience of race in America has been like, because they have a story. I have so many stories that I can tell you about how real this is, and how important it is, and just how raw it is, and how heartbreaking it is. Prejudice and biased and all of those things. So I encourage you to listen, to ask questions, to educate yourself, because this is super important. It's heartbreaking, and it happens too often. And these people are innocent, and no one deserves to be killed, over stupidities, really stupid things. So that's awful. And I love what what Pope Francis said. He said, hate and racism is a sin, and I don't think that we realize that it's serious. When you hate someone, when you're racist towards them, when you're biased, when you're prejudiced, that is a sin, especially for something exterior. Especially, it's hard, and it's raw. And I'm sorry, but I had to make this video, and I had to just get it out. And I encourage you, just scribble away, and whatever it is, even if it's that you don't understand, you don't know what to do, you feel hopeless, you feel afraid, you know just get it out in your journal, like I did in this one, and hopefully that will help, and hopefully that will give you just a little bit of comfort. Okay, so I think that I'm done. Okay, but I will read you a little bit. Since I've talked, I might as well talk a little bit more. But it says, we all bleed the same. We are more beautiful when we come together. We all bleed the same. So tell me why? Why are we so divided? Woke up today, another headline, another innocent life is taken in the name of hatred. So hard to take. Hey, and if we think that it's all good, we're mistaken, 'cause my heart is breaking. Are you left? Are you right? Pointing fingers, taking side. When are we gonna realize that we all bleed the same? We are more beautiful when we come together. And it repeats. Tell me, who are we to judge someone by the clothes they're wearing? We all bleed the same way. So, and there's more, and it's a beautiful song, a very beautiful song, and I hope that this finds you well. And and I pray for all those that are so misguided and that don't understand. We have to pray for people to open their hearts, because it's so easy to be blind. It's so easy to be in hatred and ignorance and to use that as an excuse. So we also need to pray for those people too, because they're poor things. Okay, but God loves you, and I love you, and I hope that this brings us together, and I hope that this video helps you. I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.